Hi guys! Some of you have told me that you'd like me to write a book about French idioms and expressions, and unfortunately I'm not in a position to do that right now, but like a good teacher I did go and find someone who could help you. I did look around and found someone for you who wrote an excellent book on the subject, specifically idioms, and they were kind enough to agree to send me a copy for free so that I could review it for you and show it to those of you who were interested in me writing one, because to be honest, I have read the whole book and I do not think I could have done a better job. So, before I get started with this video, I would like to say this video is not sponsored. I'm only basically talking to you about this book simply because I like it, and I think I could, like I just said, I think I couldn't have done a better job. So, my main reason for recommending this book to you, aside from the fact that, as I said before, I think it's awesome, is because when I first moved to the UK 10 years ago, I had a fair level of English, but I quickly realized that I couldn't often understand what people were saying to me. And the reason for that was because they used a lot of idioms and expressions in their everyday speech, and that's just not taught in schools, unfortunately. So I had learnt the proper way of speaking, and well, that's not real life, is it? People in English and in French speak in ready-made phrases. They always use, idioms and expressions, and if you don't know them, you're gonna be lost. Unfortunately, I didn't know of any such books when I moved to the UK and I was learning English, but had I had a book like this, I know that it would have been invaluable to me, and I hope that it will be of help to any of you who are learning French, or, who have French friends, or thinking of moving to the country, or, if you basically speak French or want to speak French on a regular basis and sound more like one of the natives, as well as obviously understand the natives, then I think this book will be useful to you. So, having said that, because of the nature of this book, I don't think it's for everybody. I think that if you're a very beginner, there is little point in you getting such a book, because how can you learn idioms and expressions if you don't already have, know enough vocabulary already that it would make it easier for you to learn sentences, you know what I mean? So I think it's not for very beginners, but I think anyone from intermediate to advanced, or even like beyond that, I think it's very useful. So let me talk about the book first. I haven't even told you what it's called yet. This is the book that I'm talking to you about, right? It is called Other Cats to Whip, the Book of French Idioms by Zubair Arshad and Graham Clark. So now I'm going to talk to you about the features of this book and what you will find in it. So first of all, you can get this book as a hard copy, so like this one, or you can also get it as a digital version, which means you wouldn't have to pay postage and packaging, so that is obviously a bonus. But personally, I prefer hard copy books, but each to their own. So, the features. So let me read the back of the book to you. Have you ever put off a task because you have other cats to whip? How about being overly presumptuous and selling a bear's skin before you've killed it? Or have been so tired that you went to bed with the hens? Believe it or not, these are the kinds of things that French people do all the time. Other Cats to Whip, the Book of French Idioms, brings you a plethora of wonderful and interesting French phrases, which form part of everyday life in the land of liberté, égalité, fraternité. Each idiom is supported by a memorable illustration, helping you learn, laugh, and remember these expressions to seamlessly fit in with the natives. So there you have it. So let me talk to you about the features of this book in a little bit more detail. So I pick a page at random and highlight the features. So on the right page, you have the expression or idiom in question, which here is passer comme une lettre à la poste. You have the literal translation, which most often will make you laugh, to pass like a letter in the post. And the meaning is to go smoothly. So when people want to say to go smoothly in French, they often say passer comme une lettre à la poste. And it's got an illustration that illustrates the literal meaning, which is to pass like a letter in the post. On the left-hand side, it has an example of the expression used in context. Comment s'est passé ton examen? Comme une lettre à la poste. How did your exam go? Really well, right? And what's good as well about this book, which I like, is that you don't just learn the idiom, but you also learn some of the vocabulary contained within the idiom. So the most important words of the idiom are on the left-hand side, so you can also learn them as independent words. For example, passer, to pass, and it tells you that it's a verb here with the V in brackets. And lettre, letter, and it tells you that it's a feminine noun, NF in brackets. Okay? So that's the features. So not only will this book teach you many French idioms and expressions, but you can also learn a lot of vocabulary from it. So I think it covers so many different areas. It is very good. I have read the whole book myself, and I can assure you that every single idiom contained within this book is used on a day-to-day basis by French people. It's not like random ones that you learn but never hear. That is not what is in that book. What's in that book is what's actually used in France. And I can also assure you that the translations are accurate. If I had one negative thing to say about this book, it would probably be that when I received it, I was expecting to see a bit more color within the book, which there isn't. It's just black and white illustrations. But having said that, I think that it's actually a positive thing, because what this means is that it keeps costs low. You know, like if you print in black and white, then the production cost is going to be lower, which then means that the book ends up being cheaper for customers. So I think it's actually a positive thing. But still, I do like colors. So as I was saying at the beginning of this video, you can get this book as a hard copy or as a digital version. I will put the link to the website down below in the description, and it will also appear here. So if you want to get one of your own, visit the site. And also, nearly forgot to tell you, the most important part. You actually can get a discount. The authors agreed to give any one of you who want to get the book a discount. All you have to do is go on the website and use the coupon code EASY. So that's EEZEE, and you get a discount on the price of the book, which is already, in my opinion, reasonably priced. So if you're interested, head over there now, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!